Hello! Welcome to Making Time for Yourself. As you start the boot camp, I want to first talk about the most important person in your life and making time for her. So this time that I'm going to ask you to make for yourself doesn't have to be a lot of time. That's not the goal here. We don't want to add stress or add obligation to our lives. We just want to make ourselves a priority. So just like when you're budgeting your money and you get your paycheck, you pay your most important bills first, the ones that really impact your quality of life if they're not paid. Same with your energy. You want to invest it first in your greatest asset, which is really yourself, so that then you can do the things in your life that you need to do and you can depend on yourself. So if you're going through your worksheets for week 1 right now, I want you to turn to Making Time for Myself. We're just going to go through that real quick. The first thing I want you to do, number 1, I want you to reflect on the effects of burnout in your life so you can understand why you're committed to making these changes. As you're making changes throughout these 6 weeks and beyond, it's going to be really helpful for you to be in touch with the reason that you want to make these changes, because they're going to be uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. And even though it's going to produce really beautiful, amazing results, it will feel like work at times. And so I want you to be really in touch with the reasons that motivate you. And that might look like, I'm committed to devoting 20 minutes per day to my own care and nourishment because why? You can pull those from your effects of burnout sheet, where you got really clear about what the effects of burnout are in your life. Those should be some pain points, some things that you really want to minimize or avoid, and that can help you to know why you're doing this work. The second one is to figure out what time of day it is that you have the most energy, and that would be easiest for you to spend 20 minutes alone. So sit down with your calendar and decide what the best time for you to do this work might be. So specifically the work in this course, because I want this to become a container for your self-care time. In these first 6 weeks, those 20 minutes might be spent doing activities like this. So you're actually engaged in lessons and following the coursework. But as that comes to an end, I want you to have built these containers in your day for yourself to be devoted to your own nourishing, whatever that looks like. So sit down with your calendar, figure out, just thinking about this course, when is the best time for me to spend 20 minutes on this course? And so that might be getting up 20 minutes earlier and enjoying some quiet time with yourself before your day starts. Maybe you'll set aside 20 minutes in the evening before you go to bed, after the kids are in bed or after your chores are done, your daily activities are done. You have 20 minutes to yourself. It may mean foregoing a little bit of Facebook time or some Netflix time. We all have ways that we unwind. No matter how busy we are, we need those and we naturally seek them. So it could be vegging out on Facebook and scrolling, or it could be, having some Netflix time, which are both fine things to do. What I'm asking you right now is just to see if you feel like your day is full, if there's no room for anything extra. See if there are some times when you can maybe minimize your time on social media or things like that. And then number 3, I'm willing to give up or limit these energy drains in order to make myself a priority. So that's where you would get really honest about, and again, not in terms of shaming ourselves or feeling bad about it or anything like that. Those are very natural release mechanisms that we seek, and there's a reason for that. It's just getting really honest and clear about what we are giving up in order to make ourselves a priority, because that commitment to ourselves is really important and it actually means a lot. Think about when you commit to someone that you care about in your life, whether that's your partner or your child or your your parents, where you say, I'm willing to show up for you and be here for you and be a rock for you to lean on in this time. That's so meaningful. So when we can do that for ourselves, when we can say, I am willing to give up 20 minutes on Facebook scrolling in order to have this really special time to refill, that's like making a deposit in your own bank account. And then the last question, on the days when I don't have any coursework to complete, because this shouldn't take up 20 minutes every single day, but if there are days when you don't have anything to do in the course, I want you to still maintain that container, keep that time for yourself, and have some other ideas ready to draw on, to fill your own cup, to nourish yourself. So those might be things like spending time with one of the bonus resources here. I've included lots of bonus resources so you could just go for a long time with good, fulfilling, creative input. You could read your affirmations, you might meditate or pray, you may stretch or do yoga or exercise. Really the options are endless. It's just whatever feels good to you. So, and it could be as little as 5 minutes, seriously. 5 solid minutes where we're not checking our phones, where we have the space and time to just really listen to ourselves and do what feels good to us it can give back to us all day. It could be really, really helpful in recharging our batteries. So I'm excited to hear what you all come up with. Please post your answers in the group, in the Facebook group, and then comment on your buddy's post and give one other person some support too on their post. And I'll look forward to seeing you again.